this will show 0, but then it'll start creeping up.
Yeah, Draven and I would sometimes do live broadcasts.
So let's see. I usually give it just about 1 minute, maybe 2, to let the feed build up. Sorry, I'm dyslexic sometimes.
Oh, it's all right. Well, like so far we haven't had any activity out here. This is odd. Never have I seen this place barren of any activity.
We have 4.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is your channel, my friend.
Let me do this.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
All right.
Mariela, ¿estás aquí?
Let's see if it gets us.
Jacob, Joe,
Do you
Michael?
see us?
Better?
Something.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunset Park in Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the most haunted parks here in Southern Nevada.
Hey everyone, it's Fernando. Yes, indeed, this is me. Are you seeing me now?
Yes.
Okay. How is it going? Look at that.
Fantastic. They can see us.
See, the thing is, they've never really seen me before, so this is like the very
really?
first time.
Wow.
How's it going, guys?
Hello,
Please.
everyone, and welcome to a paranormal investigation in Sunset Park. This is actually a hot spot for a lot of paranormal activity. What's behind us? That's actually a parking lot leading to a man-made lake. Sunset Park is one of the largest parks here in Las Vegas.
My apologies. I forgot to introduce. This is Randolyn, by the way.
Hello, everyone.
She is here from Las Vegas. She is a paranormal investigator. Wonderful paranormal investigator.
Thank you.
And I was on a tour with her in the past, and so now I was able to get something here. Like right now is a private tour, so this is fantastic.
No, there's nothing behind us. You're probably seeing some silhouettes of the posts behind us. There's a lot of fence posts. I'm reading your comments here. In fact, I have my K2 meter here with us this evening, and it is at absolute 0. We're not getting any electromagnetic activity up here, which is really odd because usually the hot spot we're at here is usually very rampant in paranormal activity. I haven't been out here in almost a year, as a matter of fact, so I'm sure some of the activity has changed. Some of the ghosts that used to frequent this place that I've actually come in contact with quite often, none of them have responded to me this evening. But, joking, okay.
Yeah, Jerry, thanks, buddy.
The hide behind it.
That's a cryptid. That's one of my more famous ones.
Yeah, I'm familiar with hide behinds. Actually, I have come across a few hide behinds in my work as a private investigator. As Fernando said, I used to work for a tour company here in Las Vegas, and I've kind of gone a little freelance. Yes, there aren't really any buildings. There's lots of trees. And yes, you did see a car behind us. This is a massive parking lot behind us. But we're off on a bike path up on a hill. We have a bunch of these rock
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
That was something else. Sounded like a bird.
No, it sounded like a very young voice, actually.
Very different than a bird.
But see, it's weird. My K2 meter isn't coming up with anything. It's probably down at the bottom of the hill at the bike path.
Yeah, guys, we're going to go investigate that stuff here in a minute. We just wanted to introduce ourselves, give some information, and then see how everyone's doing, and then we'll go
Would you like to keep it live for when we do the EVP session? I've got the spirit box here with me.
Absolutely.
I don't know if any of you are familiar with EVP sessions. Yes, we will be very careful. Thank you so much.
Linux Games.
Linux Games, thank you very much. Don't worry, I've been doing this for quite a while. Unfortunately, my partner isn't here this evening. You may be familiar with Draven. He and I have done many investigations together, and he's actually been doing this much longer than I. He was unable to join us tonight, so Draven, if you happen to watch, shout out to you, buddy. Wish you were here. If any of you would like to join us for the EVP session, I'm just about to whip out the spirit box. Once again, my K2 meter is reading nothing, but they may end up coming out because this is the spot where we used to do a lot of EVP sessions. So, links, got it. Thank you so much. Reception is terrible. Don't worry, we'll be here for a while. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hog the spotlight as it were here, Fernando. Why don't you explain a little bit of what we're doing out here while I set up the equipment?
Sure. So guys, we're out here at Sunset Park, which is, how far is it from, like, to give a vantage point from the strip?
It's about, distance-wise, I'd say it's about 5 to 7 miles away from the strip. We're in an area called Henderson. It's more of the suburban area of Las Vegas.
So this place here is very haunted by a few specific entities. There's going to be names, in fact, that will be associated here in a couple of minutes. But yes, this stuff here has known activity. They make their presence known, either material-wise, like let's say stones being thrown or stones being formed into pyramids, and then also immaterial-wise, like involving apparitions, ghosts, orbs as well.
This place is usually rampant with orbs, especially where the body of a woman named Mariella's body was discovered about 10 years ago. Actually, yeah, it would be about 10 years ago this year. She was discovered at the end of February, if I'm not mistaken, but she had been missing since New Year's Eve, I'm so sorry. Turned out that she had been murdered by her boyfriend and her body was dumped here, and she was one of the more active entities out here. For love, always look forward to your content. Oh, that's such a nice thing to say. Usually Mariella comes out and speaks with us, but the problem is she tends to shy away from men. She doesn't like male energy for obvious reasons. She hasn't made contact yet tonight. There's a few others that tend to pop up around here. Robert was a very dear friend of mine. We lost him 2 years ago. He's actually followed us on some of our investigations. There's a few others that we're familiar with. There's Elizabeth, there's Michael, there's Joe, there's Jacob. So far, we're not getting any readings, but we're going to try an EVP session and see if we can't coax anyone out to say hello.
Saw something behind us. Now,
there is a bike path and a walk path behind us. That's probably what you guys are seeing. So there are some folks out here pretty late at night who tend to do their late night strolls. It's not very late. It's only 9 p.m. right now. Saw something too.
Yeah, you'll see notes, comments, like when I was at the Bugsy one. Where people somehow will start seeing things here.
Yeah,
through
they'll see it on the screen.
But we won't, and I won't see them.
It's actually very rare to see any manifestations with the naked eye. Though, even if you're incredibly sensitive or gifted with witnessing paranormal activity, even then it's incredibly rare. You're most likely going to get it here on any kind of digital device, photography, videography, because it's, well, for lack of a better term, it is captured in a way. And it cements the image as it happens. Most apparitions and manifestations are very fleeting. They happen within a split second because it takes so much electromagnetic energy to form.
Saw a torso on the fence pole.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that can easily be mistaken for that. That's been debunked. I've been out here many times.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of things that'll look like something, guys, but it's mainly because it's really dark, and then, of course, the live stream doesn't really work too well on YouTube. But yes, Randy definitely knows her stuff here, so if there's stuff that we're going to say that's debunkable, absolutely, that'll be said first.
Absolutely. As a paranormal investigator, you must look at it from the eyes of a skeptic. You want to debunk any false positives to determine if it really is haunted or if it's just a coincidence that may look like a haunting. Yeah, I hear someone's music. Someone's walking down there on the path.
Yeah, there'll also be some background noise, guys, so if you hear people talking or music or noises, sometimes it'll just be people here at the park.
Yeah, this is one of the parks that they allow people to walk around on late at night, even after hours. How big is Sunset Park? It's several square acres. There's a man-made lake here. There's multiple baseball fields, volleyball fields, football fields, multiple playgrounds. It's massive. And because of that, there's a lot of concentrated energy out here as well.
Yep.
Yeah, they're down there in the bike path. I can see them. Well, when you guys are ready, we'll conduct our EVP session here. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon. Anyone out there familiar with a spirit box? It's like
saw a hand shadow on the guy's face. My face?
That may have been me, because I'm moving the light around. I've kind of got a portable spotlight here. To put it simply, a spirit box is a radio receiver. You can make it shuffle through. Whoa. Suddenly got a reading on the K2 meter. Oh, no, sorry. That's because I put the spirit box close by. What it does is it surfs the AM and FM frequencies at a rate of 4 channels per second. That means that it's shuffling too quickly for any sound for the human ear to register any coherent sound. You will be only able to hear like a split second of a syllable of any voices that are coming through from radio stations, for advertisements, whichever. So that means if we get any string of dialogue that lasts more than a second or two, sometimes full words, very rarely full sentences. More often than not, those are paranormal voices coming from across the veil. It uses white noise to allow these signals to be received. If you folks are familiar with the movie White Noise, they talk about this concept quite often. It's actually a very accurate depiction. Another one that most people are familiar with is Poltergeist. If you remember the scene with the little girl in front of the television with the static, and she goes, "They're here." What they were depicting was that the ghosts were speaking to her using the white noise, and that's what the spirit box allows us to do. It's a great movie, isn't it, Jerry? Michael Keaton, that's correct, White Noise. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear anything from the spirit box. I'll turn it up as loud as I can, but since we have some electronic devices, it obstruct it a little bit. So if we happen to hear anything, we'll point it out. If you guys happen to hear anything, please write it out. Maybe between all of us, we can decipher some kind of message. And no, we're not, Roy.
Hey guys, be nice, please. All right.
Let me turn on the. Really? Oh my! It just went dead. I put fresh batteries in this.
All right, guys. So we just had our very first paranormal experience, a physical one. Can you show them on the camera?
Oh my god. So this is my spirit box, guys. I put fresh batteries in my spirit boxes before every single investigation. Now, yes, Poltergeist is a pretty freaky movie.
Oh, no worries, Jerry.
Now, what happens is ghosts feed off of electromagnetic energy. That's how they were able to make physical manifestations into the material realm. They can do this by harnessing energy from batteries or electronic devices. Spirit box turned on for a split second, and then it powered off. I lost all the bars on the battery.
Nice question.
So, unfortunately, we might not be able to do an EVP session, but we do have dowsing rods, the K2 meters, the IR guns to detect thermal anomalies as well. We can still do investigations without the spirit box.
Also, I was a witness to it. Fresh batteries, and it is not working now. It is drained, 100%. I'm checking my phone battery too to make sure, and it looks great. So it looks like nothing is there.
Yeah, I have a couple of chargers with us just in case. We used up our spare batteries for the flashlight. I do apologize. We haven't found any ghosts yet. For some reason, I'm getting very low readings on electromagnetic activity. So, but this won't be our only stop. We'll be heading off to another park after this called Fox Ridge Park. It is notably the most haunted park in Las Vegas. And I'll explain more about when we head out that direction. In the meantime, I'll let you take over, Fernando, while I put this away, and we can talk about the thermal anomaly that's right here at this tower. Will you take the flashlight?
Yeah. So I'm just going to switch the camera around, guys, because I want to show y'all how it looks like here. Let's see.
Okay. Sorry about the spirit box. Good lord, I can't believe it's dead.
Okay. So now I have switched the camera forward, and you can see where I'm at. Let's see here. So this is Sunset Park. At least the top point that we're at right now. Sorry, let me let my camera focus here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of black extending outward. And even...
Flashlight where you're pointing the camera, it'll help.
Yes, I am. In fact, I'll show here.
Okay.
You'll see that the flash goes, and then it just simply disappears because that's how dark it is out here. So... Look at that one.
Robert?
So, we are here at least at the very top point of Sunset Park, and we'll be going to another place here to try to find Mariela again, and then Mariela, my apologies. See also if there's any presence of another entity that seems to haunt this area too.
Yeah, there's many, but only a few I've managed to make contact with over the couple of years I've been coming out here to Sunset Park. One of which is Michael. It turns out his was an accidental death out here. We weren't able to learn a whole lot about him, but he was a new arrival shortly after I joined the Haunted Ghost Tours here in Las Vegas. Joe, I believe, was a rancher who was trampled to death by his horse back when this was still a ranch land. Jacob, we don't know much about. He was a recent development as well. Mariella was the most active of all of the spirits and entities out here. She hasn't been responding. Whoa.
Something is pinging.
That's my phone.
Oh, okay.
It's making the noise like when you plug in the charger, but it's doing it constantly. That's weird. Okay, so our devices are acting a little funny, but I've got nothing coming up on my K2 meter. However,
Can you show the K2 meter, please?
this is a K2 meter. It is a bit more efficient than an EMF meter, which measures electromagnetic fluctuations. This one's a bit more sensitive. As you can see, only the very last and most green light is illuminated. The lights continue to light up the more activity there is. When you communicate with spirits and ghosts, you can ask them to light up the lights in response to any questions you may have. In this case, when you're not using a spirit box, you use equipment like this, you can communicate using yes or no questions. Typically, I keep it nice and simple to avoid any kind of confusion. I just tell them to please light up the lights if the answer is yes. They don't have to do anything if the answer is no. And so far, no one has responded on the K2 meter, which there may not be any entities nearby. However, we're actually at a hot spot here on top of the hill, because behind us, I'll show you in just a minute with the thermal reader, is that there is a unusual thermal anomaly that takes place at the very top of this tower. Now, here in Las Vegas in the evening, average surface temperatures for these towers are about anywhere between 60 and 70 degrees. In the middle of July, August, where it's 118 degrees in the shade, I've seen it drop as low as -40 at the very top of this tower. That's because it's what's called an energy vortex. It's a swirling mass of condensed, highly concentrated electromagnetic energy. This is where a lot of energy is pulled from for a lot of the entities to manifest. The more energy there is to draw from, the more solid their manifestations are, and the more lucid they are as well. But for some reason, we're
moving.
not getting any kind of.
It's pinging. It's going now.
It's going now.
Like it was going to the yellow mark, and then it stopped.
Okay, it's reacting to my finger tapping.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we want to debunk all these false positives. We don't want to dub anything that's paranormal when it's really not. Like I said, look at it from a skeptic standpoint, but still keep an open mind, because if you can't debunk it, more than likely that points to paranormal evidence.
Okay.
Now, Fernando's going to turn the other way for a second. I'm going to show you what this thermal anomaly is.
Also, guys, it's just the two of us, and what happens is, because right, Randy, you were saying earlier,
the more people are present, the more energy they can draw from, and the more active they will be.
So, fingers crossed, we'll have some activity. But otherwise, with just the two of us here, it's luck of the draw.
Okay, where's my thermal gun? Here it is. All right. Now, these thermal IR guns, they're very easy to understand. Whoa, that was weird. The K2 cut out for a second.
Okay.
Now, of course, it's very easy to understand. Wherever the red laser points to, the surface temperature shows up on the IR gun. They're accurate to about a degree or two. Right now, the surface temperature of this rock structure is 58.1 degrees Fahrenheit. For Celsius, that would be about 14 degrees.
Someone said they're hearing voices in the video.
Oh, really?
Nobody's around us right
Whoa.
now, just us.
Yeah, I'm not really getting any readings on the K2, but they may not be manipulating the K2. It wouldn't surprise me if we're picking up something we can't really hear with the naked ear, but you guys are probably going to pick up on it because of the digital.
Where's the relay?
Hold on 1 second.
Someone said they heard a dog growling.
Oh, they're hearing the planes in the background. We're actually close to McCarran Airport.
I see someone down there.
Sorry?
Oh yeah, someone's walking the pathway over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You will see people on the bike path and on the footpath out here. Now, what I want to show you guys, I want to show you something very interesting.
Young girl's voice saying Sally.
Sally. Okay, let's try it. Is there a Sally here this evening? Sally, we come in peace. We mean no harm. We would like to say hello to you. We want to get to know you. I have a meter in my hand. You can light up the lights to respond to us if you wish. Okay, still no response. All right. So back to this tower, I'll show you how these energy vortexes work. I'm pointing at the very base of the tower right now. Can you guys see that? Point where the laser is. You can see the laser there. Now go back to the screen. You can see the surface temperature. It's a little chilly tonight. It's 54.7 degrees. Now, as I walk the laser up near the top of this tower, about halfway through, the temperature begins to drastically change. Keep an eye on this. This is pretty intense. I'm going to go all the way to the very tip top. And we will get unusual, very unrealistic temperatures. You can see how it's dropping to below freezing now.
A man's voice is saying go.
Ah, really?
Because that could be someone else that may make an appearance too.
It could be. If it's who I think it is, I wouldn't be surprised. But he doesn't have to worry. We won't stick around here very long. Once we move away from this area, I'll explain about who I think that is. But how many of you guys saw the temperature change when I got to the top of the tower? Links, I've seen many paranormal apparitions and evidences of activity.
Someone said they saw the temperature.
They saw the temperature. It went way below zero. In the middle of summer, I've seen it go so low that the IR gun can no longer register the temperature. Because at the top of this is one of those energy vortexes I told you about. When EMF energy is being manipulated and drained to such intense degrees, no pun intended, it will affect the temperature. Now, if you were to actually go up there, if you could climb this structure, yeah, you would probably feel a massive temperature difference. Here's the thing, you pointed at any of these other structures, you will get normal readings.
I'm just going to let it focus real quick.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it goes out of focus.
What you looking at?
Anything to focus it.
Okay.
There we are. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, guys.
That's the reason why we come up here to this spot, because it's usually very active. But tonight, for some reason, we're pulling a dud. If you want, we can go onto the footpath. Those are, those we don't know much about the happenings there. This is a very massive park, but there have been a few bodies dumped in this area. If you guys want to accompany us, we can head that way.
Yeah, guys, any comments, anything else y'all want to post, whatever y'all hear that we may not hear, post them, please. Someone is saying, they hear someone saying interfere.
Interfere?
And then someone else same. Like, they're hearing interfere. Yeah, please keep it up, guys, if y'all are hearing stuff that we're not hearing.
You guys will probably pick up things that we can't. It's alright.
Hello, read this message. Yes, I'm reading it.
Read which message?
It's someone new.
Oh, okay.
Like, they just...
Oh, hello, read this. Oh, okay, got it.
Shout outs. How's y'all doing? By the way, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope everything is going great for you. This is my last day, too, in Las Vegas before I fly out tomorrow. So I wanted to save the best for last for y'all.
And yes, Fernando came back from his first trip to Zach Bacon's Haunted Museum. There's a lot of very interesting artifacts there, a lot of really fun history. And it's a lot of fun there. Uh-oh.
Mercy.
Did we miss something?
My arm was getting tired.
Oh, they heard it too. Oh, here, I can take the flashlight if you'd like. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
put
no.
away the IR gun.
It was the phone. It was just getting heavy in my hand.
Okay. Would you like to explore the footpath a little?
Yes, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to go to just a little bit downward from here to the footpath, where apparently some apparitions showcase, some stuff moves, and then potentially there's one other entity that might be there. But we shall see.
Yeah, so far I'm pulling up a blank tonight. I also haven't been out here for a long time, so most of the ghosts I'm used to interacting with, they may not realize I'm here. Or they may not care anymore. Now we're heading down the curved path leading down off the hill.
Someone said, Fernando, if you hear whistling, don't whistle back.
Okay.
England watching. Someone from England is watching.
England, welcome. Welcome to Vegas with us. Now, I think you're seeing this field, flash the light around the field here where the stack rocks usually appear so they can see. Now, interesting phenomenon usually happens when my partner Draven is here with me. You're looking at the base of one of the phenomenons, this boulder right here. You can see how oddly shaped it is. You can't really stack much on it. You can't really stack much of anything. More often than not, when Draven is out here, this entire field of stones, there will be structures of stacked stones, about 4 or 5 stones tall, all in very odd shapes. We can't imagine how someone balanced them on top of there, but it only seems to happen when Draven comes out here. We don't know if it's paranormal or if it's someone else's pet project. We just think it's a pretty interesting coincidence.
Just for reference, guys, Draven is someone else that we know, Randy especially, because they work together on a tour.
We used to. We do paranormal investigations. We worked for a tour company that hosted ghost hunts before.
Yeah.
But we've both been doing this much longer.
So Draven comes out here, or was coming out here as well, and apparently whoever was doing that stacking especially did it for him.
Yeah. See, I noticed over the years that certain entities tend to take a liking to certain people. For each person, it's different. For each entity, it's different. Typically, children tend to flock to me because, well, I've been told I have a very motherly demeanor, and I make them feel comfortable. I also love children. So anytime there's a child ghost, they tend to befriend me. Now, Mariela, the girl I spoke to you of, her body was dumped out here 10 years ago by her boyfriend. She tends to not interact with men because, well, as you can imagine, she probably wouldn't want to deal with them.
Want to tell them about this spot?
Yeah, this spot here, Draven and I were hosting a tour about a year and a half ago. And I didn't hear it, but some of my guests did, and so did Draven. They heard what they thought was a woman weeping down here, off the beaten path of the hill. They went to go investigate, and we encouraged people to take pictures and videos. They found many images of a shadow entity down in this area.
Right in this area, guys. Mm-hmm. Hopefully y'all can see like where my light is flashing.
It is actually, the camera is acting a little funny. Half the time it's not registering the light.
It's YouTube does like a somewhat decent job, but not as great as Facebook does when it comes to live streaming.
Pokefan, that howling you're hearing are the planes in the background. We're actually very close to McCarran Airport.
Let me focus real quick. I have to, anytime I focus, I have to zoom in on something.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know if YouTube is messing with the camera or if this is paranormal activity, because a lot of entities, if they don't like being filmed or recorded, they will mess with the electronic equipment. Like I said, full batteries will be drained in an instant. They will black out images from photos and videos if they don't wish to be seen or recorded. This is actually quite common. This is also why recorded investigations usually aren't as successful. Like I said, if you guys see anything, feel free to point it out, because you guys may be able to pick up on things we can't. We're going to go down off the hill.
I thought I just saw something.
So did I.
Like over here.
Uh-huh. I'm not going to trapeze down there because, like I said, I've got my cane tonight, and I don't want to risk slipping and falling. Point it in this direction. Okay, I think that's the shadow from the bush. Whoa, nope, that's movement. It's movement. Back up. Back up.
Where?
Just back up.
I don't see it.
I do.
Okay, guys, we're seeing there's something there right now, like beyond that rock there in the middle, but I can't see. Yes, there was a plane passing by the way. I don't see a shadow, but Randy did, and she saw it move. Like, was it moving towards us?
Yes. Let's back up. Let's leave it alone.
Okay.
Come in peace. We mean no harm.
Where was it? Where?
It was off in the distance by a small boulder.
I don't.
Sometimes I can see things with the naked eye. It's very rare, but most often when I do, it's more shadow entities.
So
there is a shadow entity I'm very familiar with. He sometimes comes out here, and I'd rather not deal with him tonight.
So me going down there is a no-go, right? Like,
do not.
Okay.
Do not. You're my responsibility. But I would say let's leave them be. They obviously don't want company. That's probably why we're not getting any readings right now. So let's move on down to the bike path.
Guys, this is real, by the way. Like, this is live. If you see something out there, this is 100% real. Oh man, that was scary. That was
a little spooky. Like
I
said, I'm not necessarily frightened. There's certain things I don't want to deal with right now.
Now, was it coming like towards us fast?
It wasn't moving fast. It was just showing movement to let me know it was there.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
folks, I am not as experienced in this field as my partner Draven is. He's actually much more experienced, much more knowledgeable. And there's certain realms I will not delve into unless he is here with me, because I'm not fully as confident in my skills in dealing with that as he is.
Quick question, guys, too. Can you hear us fine? I think y'all can, but just double checking. If someone can just say yes, y'all can hear us, even when we walk away from things. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm trying to project as much as I can, but if you can't hear us, please let us know.
Okay, they're saying yes.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to show them on Mariella's spot as well. Just because this is also, you know, factual history.
All right, I'm just walking away slowly from that area, guys. So
Yeah, it's okay. You can move a little faster if you like, unless you want them to see.
I'm trying to show them, but at the same time, I'm being cautious. You know, of
Don't
course.
worry. I will let you know if there's anything to be wary of. One moment.
Did anything show on the K2 or anything?
No, I'm not getting anything on the K2.
Is that usual, like where something is there but nothing is popping?
They were too far away. What I saw was too far away to affect the equipment. Every once in a great while, I will see something with the naked eye, but folks, I'm also a sensitive, which means I'm more susceptible to witnessing paranormal happenings.
Can you just describe like what it was for everyone out there? Because
One moment. My phone's acting a little weird. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, some of my equipment is acting weird, like the spirit box was suddenly killed. The K2 isn't picking up any readings though, and now my phone is acting funny.
I'm down to about 49% now, which is normal. It's not draining this at least. Wow, that was.
Yes, I'll explain what I saw in just a moment, but let's get away from this area.
Someone said they see something behind a bush. Which bush? Like this one right here? Because we're standing like right by it, but I don't see anything.
Okay, let's leave whoever it is here be.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting to feel some shift here, and I don't like it. It's making me uncomfortable.
All right, guys, we're walking away from that area. So if y'all see anything afterward, let us know. Post,
Yes, post
review
it.
this video. Hopefully, the video shows clearly in the background whatever that was.
All right, Fernando, follow me this way. All right, folks. What I was seeing earlier when we were investigating off of the back end of that hill, I was looking off into the distance. Oh, look, there's a little bunny rabbit. Now, there's lots of little cottontails running around here.
Bunnies.
Those are not ghosts. Those are wild cottontail rabbits.
I think you guys might be able to see it. It's
Yeah, our flashlight's LED, so it's a little dim. But yeah, there's a little cottontail. You can kind of see him. This light's crawling with them.
if there was a way, guys, that I could put. Sorry, that was my shadow, by the way. You see it right here? That's me. If there was a way that I could make the iPhone flash go on, my phone, Android phone flash go off, that would help out too. But unfortunately, this is all I got.
Well, my phone is on the portable charger right now. Once I got enough juice in it, I can turn on the light.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying, Randy?
Yeah. I was describing what I saw that unnerved me a little bit. It was off in the distance. It was too far away for any of the paranormal equipment to pick up on, but I did manage to catch a glimpse with my naked eye. It was over by a very small boulder. Where the shadow should have been, it was not. There was actually two shadows coming off of the boulder, and I saw the one on the far left where it was actually going against the light. I saw it move, I saw it shift. At that point in time, it's not exactly a challenge, it's more of a warning, like, go away now. And I never disrespect any entity's wishes, just out of respect. We are on their turf as well as ours.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus again. One moment, please.
Well, let's conserve your battery. Let's get to another spot. Let's get to another hot spot.
It's not focusing.
You want me to hold the flashlight?
It just has to stay.
Okay, are we moving around too much?
There we go. Okay, I think no, it's still not focusing. Hang on, let me try this. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to not shining the shoes to show y'all my cheap little shoes.
Whoa!
but-
I just got a spike. It was a brief second, but...
Oh, yeah.
Mariela, ¿estás aquí?
Oh, is that okay? I'm gonna shine on.
It was a quick spark. It was a quick spike, but it went away. We just passed Mariela's spot.
Finally, got it focused. Okay.
Right now, only the first light is still illuminated, but when Fernando was trying to get his camera to focus, there was a quick spike about halfway.
And Mariela is...
Mariela is the gal that was murdered by her boyfriend, and her body was dumped here at Sunset Park. She was not killed here, but her body was left here. Now, she is an example of a ghost who cannot find rest because from what we've discovered, what our research has revealed, is that she was not his only victim. Apparently, he's still at large, and she cannot find rest until justice has been dealt. I have made contact with her numerous times, but she is oddly quiet tonight. I'm hoping that's a good sign. I'm hoping she's eventually managed to find peace and has crossed over. But I have no idea. No one is responding to us tonight. And I honestly don't know how to interpret that.
There's someone back there.
No. I'm looking at the lights.
What lights?
The lights. It was darker when we got here. You remember?
Where?
The baseball lights here, the parking lot lights.
Oh,
they were
okay.
dimmer when we got here.
Oh, okay,
They
gotcha.
got brighter. That's odd.
They're not on a timer, maybe?
No. And they shouldn't be coming brighter as it gets later. This is a few odd things are happening, but I'm not getting any readings on the equipment, so I can't be sure if it's paranormal or not.
Someone was asking, should we pray for her spirit?
If you would like, she does appreciate the sentiment. She is a very upset young lady. Not that I blame her. It was a domestic dispute that ended in her demise, unfortunately. But research on her boyfriend shows that he changed his name. He disappeared from the country rather quickly after she disappeared. She was not his only victim. I believe there was another victim not 6 months after her death. Now, a lot of spirits won't be able to rest for many reasons. Few examples are... Pardon?
I thought I just heard something over there.
Yeah, well, we're spending a lot of time here. I'm trying to edge us away from this area.
Oh, okay. Like it was like a mini yell.
That could be someone on the walk path. So there are a few people out here. There's also planes in the background, because we are close to McCarran Airport. If you want, we can investigate the walk path, or we can head on to our next destination at Fox Ridge Park.
What's the walk pass?
The walk path is down this way.
Yeah,
It
let's
surrounds
do
the hill here.
that. Let's do that.
Now, I'm not going to venture too far into it because I don't want to come too close to that entity I just saw back there because I don't know what its intent is. And like I said, there's some endeavors I shy away from when my partner isn't here because although I do have a lot of knowledge in it, he is more knowledgeable than I. And a lot of what I know I learned from Draven.
Should we mention his name or?
Yeah.
Well, that.
He goes by William Draven.
No. That entity.
That entity? Oh, no. This one is nameless.
Okay.
I just met this entity. I just saw it from across the distance, and I shy away from shadow entities. Shadow people is what they're commonly referred to as. They're manifestations of ghosts that are powered mostly by negative energy. Whether they're a resentful spirit, whether they weren't a nice person in their life, maybe there's a lot of anger, a lot of sadness around them. It's just negative energy that they feed off of to make these manifestations. And because I don't know what this particular entity's intent is, I just rather not engage right now. Especially since, well, I'm walking on a cane tonight, folks. My mobility is very limited.
Yeah, you guys. Randy is being a tough trooper right now.
Oh, stop.
She's walking with a little bit of difficulty, but she's still out here tonight. So,
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just moving a little slow.
so big kudos to her, everyone.
Well, thank you. You're very sweet. Yeah, I'm not having anything show up. We'll spend a few minutes here on the walk path. If I still don't get any readings, I recommend we move on to Fox Ridge Park. There's almost always activity there.
You just got a shout out.
I did?
Way to go, Randy.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, this is very odd, folks. I've come out to Sunset Park many, many, many times. I would easily say a few hundred times.
You want to sit there?
If you'd like.
Yeah, I'm good.
Never have I not had any activity out here. This is very odd.
We're just
Oh, a little cottontail just ran past.
Where?
Right over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the light's really dim. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
So we're just gonna sit here, guys, and then try one last time to communicate with the ghost. And then if we can, then hopefully it'll show up on the EVP reader.
Well, my spirit box is dead.
Oh, that's
batteries
right.
got sapped.
That's right. They already made contact, guys. They took everything from
Well,
the battery.
this actually, like I explained before, most investigations, the most successful ones, are not recorded. Believe it or not, a lot of ghosts don't like to be filmed. They don't like to be photographed. They will either kill the devices, kill their power source, or completely obstruct the images completely. I did an EVP session out in Jean, Nevada, about 2 years ago. We had a 25-minute long EVP session where it was very, very active. We got lots of voices, very coherent, which is a gold mine when it comes to an EVP session.
What's this? What's this?
What happened?
Boo.
But yes, it was actually a very, very successful EVP session. I had my voice recorder going the entire time. When I went to listen to it when I got home, the file refused to play. The file existed. There was content there, but anytime I tried to make it play, it would shut itself off. It would close itself out. I still have the file. It exists, but it's not playable. Now, of course, like I said, I just tried to turn on the spirit box. Fresh batteries were instantly drained. My phone got drained twice already before we even began the broadcast here.
Yeah, that's me.
First time seeing Fernando's face. Hey! See, you should show it more often.
I don't want to see this face.
My K2 meter, guys, it's still only showing one light. So it looks like we're not going to get any interaction here, but our next destination is a park called Fox Ridge Park. It is reputed to be the most haunted park in Las Vegas, if not Southern Nevada. There are a few entities there that have been encountered on multiple occasions, one of which is called a woman in white. This is someone who stays behind because she's either watching over someone or waiting for someone, typically children. She was murdered by her husband, who came home in a rage and, well, beat her to death with a hammer, with a ball-peen hammer. And of course proceeded to do the same with their two sons. There's also a little boy that's very famous that haunts out there. He haunts the swing set. There's been a lot of fables surrounding his story. Many people think that he turns into a demon if you lock eyes with him. I'm just going to nip that one in the bud right there. It's either you're a demon or you're a ghost. You can't be both. But he does prefer to be left to his own devices. He's more likely to talk to males because, well, he was 6 years old when he died, and he was in that ooh, girls have cooties stage. I've made contact with him a few times, but he might actually interact with Fernando more.
Hopefully. I mean, I'd be glad, absolutely.
That'd be wonderful. So, folks, I think we're going to take a quick break. We're going to head to Fox Ridge Park, and then we will try to conduct another investigation. Thank you so much for joining us.
Guys, we'll probably be on in about half an hour or so be on the lookout for that. Just a little bit late, so. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in a little bit. Bye.
See ya. Let's save the battery on the flashlight.